Hello Vinaka and hello. I'm Mereoni Chung and I'm a Fijian feminist based in Suva, Fiji. I currently work as a local consultant, supporting analysis, research, advocacy, and capacity building in the area of critical development training. Presently, I have the privilege of working with Pacific civil society to progress critical analysis and advocacy on development agendas that act upon the Pacific region, such as the blue economy. Through my consulting work, I also work with various development partners, including feminist groups in the Pacific and other global south regions, multilateral agencies, government, and Pacific regional CSOs. I am new to full-time consulting, but I do want to share some initial insights into taking this journey. Taking up consultancy work is a new and evolving opportunity and challenge for me. Previously, I always experienced development consultancy work as the work of foreigners, particularly from the global north. As I progressed in my career, I came to realize the fallacy of this, or as we say in the Pacific, I caught the late bus. Locals can be development consultants too. Through my previous work and a closer look around me, I unlearned many biases and grew confidence in the capabilities and contributions that Pacific Islanders like myself have as knowledge holders in our Pacific experiences of development. After all, it is really important that those with the knowledge inform the discussions and decisions and navigate our critical spaces. A successful and thriving consultancy landscape for me would be to see local consultants having an important role in informing decisions and discussions so that our community of practice would be reflected positively in the society we live in, the way we think, the rules that get set, and our internal capacity to progress. Localizing consultancy is less about change and more about transformations in development. As a Pacific feminist, consulting opens up a world of exploration and learning, furthering opportunities to contribute self, capacity, and lens, and extend myself into an area that I am deeply interested in, a critical blue economy and oceans resilience discourse. On reflecting on the benefits of consulting, they have mainly been personal, personal more than anything, creating my own awareness and maintaining an abundance mentality and unlearning the limitations I've placed on myself and have been placed on my community has, are some of the benefits that stepping out as a local consultant full time, I feel like I've gained. But my learning curve has continued and will continue on the realities of consulting work, from the theoretical to the practical, as well as ongoing developments in applying Global South feminist lens to the development work in the Pacific. However, exposure to new contexts, the networks, and applying myself widely to a variety of sectors is a huge benefit of consulting. Carving out a niche, working with such great peers, other Pacific Islanders who have been doing this work for quite some time, and contributing within those consulting networks is extremely rewarding and an encouraging experience. So much of personal growth comes from applying oneself. I do recognize that there are many opportunities that exist for local consultants, especially unique contributions. I believe local consultants have connections and networks that give us privileged access and understandings into spaces and perspectives around us. Meetings and consultations can yield richer outcomes as people are more comfortable with us because we are local, we are Pacific, We are their fellow brother and sister in this experience of change and development. We can also understand and recognize the colloquialisms and unique contexts being discussed. We also carry and are responsible for and are invested in the outcome of just development work. There is also the importance of privileging global self-knowledge that includes situating the powers, the sites of power and existing biases, as well as in recognizing and unlearning knowledge systems that have dominated and undermined our development processes. I believe local consultants bring knowledge and perspectives that address this. In sharing some practical advice for those who are considering taking up full-time consultancy work, I'm not going to lie, the independence of consulting can be very intimidating. So it is important to maintain positive perspectives, be self-motivating, and manage the various areas you get involved in. Learning to walk in confidence as a consultant is a very real experience for consulting. And for me, seeing my peers, other local consultants, seeing others become local consultants was an encouragement to try to do part-time and then eventually move into full-time where I am now, consultancy work. While I do miss the structure of office life, through the experience of COVID, I am learning to manage myself and protect my well-being spaces. Some nitty-gritty practical advice that I wish that I had gotten or was aware of before I jumped in um, to full-time consultancy, I'd like to share. So some of the ducks I wish I had in order before embarking on this journey include the access to templates for administrative work. For example, understanding contracts, proposal, outlines and content, and CV outlines. Also, the know-how on marketing yourself and your skill set. Um, on that, I did reach out to peers, both professional and personal, to help me review and understand my skills and help me develop the narrative around the skills that I think I have, those that I had no idea I had, and was informed through others' experiences of my work. Another fact was, the knowledge of setting consultancy rate. Ooh, I had no idea what that was. So it was good to speak to other locals who are ahead of me in this journey and understand this landscape of development consulting, and were able to, and I was very lucky that they were willing to share these insights with me, which I hope that I'm also making myself available to do that for you. Another duck that I really needed to know, and I'm still not learning about, is understanding the regulatory obligations that comes with doing this type of independent work. So it would be um, things like setting up a company, registering a business in your work, invoicing, payments, taxations, and superannuation, healthcare, etc. Getting a community of peers who are also new in this journey, but also those who are experiencing this journey. It's been good to learn about these ducks and make sure to collect them and set them up so that you are working in confidence. I totally urge you to do the same. Get your ducks in a row when embarking on this journey and reaching out to others who have been doing this type of work. It really helps big time. In light of the fierce new world we live in, and with so much uncertainty and ongoing barriers, local consultancy work builds options. It opens pathways to self and to Pacific Islander learnings and furthers our critical engagement and collaborative action. My main messages have been so far. Firstly, one, localizing consultancy has so much to offer for both the individual and the community of development practice. Secondly, to those who are engaging consultants, Supporting locals requires genuinely valuing local knowledge and the articulations of knowledge. And finally, to locals considering and or are taking up consultancies, always remember there is value for your skill, knowledge, and expertise. See consulting as a way to share these valuable attributes with others and to better inform development action that affects us. Vinaka, and thank you for this opportunity to share some of my initial thoughts on navigating as a local consultant.